of the report. So which button you will use?
కాలమ్ హెడర్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని వీటికి కాలమ్ హెడర్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఇక్కడ ఫాంట్ కలర్ అయితే ఫాంట్ కి చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్స్ కావాలంటేనా ఇప్పుడు స్కై బ్లూ కలర్ ఉంది కదా, సో స్కై బ్లూ వేసి ఏ కలర్ కావాలంటే బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కలర్ క్లిక్ చేసుకొని దాంతో కావాల్సిన కలర్ చేసేసి క్లిక్ చేస్తే మాకు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది.
సో అలా మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినారంటే ఇలా గుర్తుంటుంది. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయలేదంటే మీరు నేను అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్కి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పలేరు అనమాట. సో అందుకే డైలీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే ఏ రోజు ఆ రోజు గుర్తుంటుంది అనమాట. సో నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ అలా ఒకసారి మాకప్ తీసుకుంటాను. సో ఇప్పటి వరకు జరిగిన క్లాసెస్ అన్ని జస్ట్ ర్యాండమ్ గా క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతాను. సో గుర్తు తెచ్చుకోండి. అసలు మీరు ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకుంటున్నారా డిస్క్రిప్షన్స్?
చేసుకుంటాను.
Taking the description from the Google and maintaining somewhere in your OneNote or WordPad.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Today we will discuss about slicers. And before that, so now we yesterday we were seeing visual properties, right? Visual properties for each visual. So page properties also we have. See, page properties means it will apply for the entire page. For example, so if I select this one, this is a visual properties. If I select this one, this is also visual properties. So if I click on empty page, okay, if I click on here, so that will be page properties. Okay, page properties. See here. So this is page information. Okay, page name and tooltips and question answer. So this is the page information and page size. So you can change your page size also. Okay, page size means, for example, if you want to make like this, see, it is changing entire page, right? It is changing entire page. Can you see it here? So tooltip, custom. So you can make a different levels of, but standard will be 16.9. Okay, that is the standard one. But I'm just showing like how we can use the page information, page properties. So page background color is this one we have, and if you want to change the background color to white, then you can change it to the white. Okay, that is the page background color. Okay, if you want to add image, we can add the image. So let's say, for example, what is this? Let's add this image. So this is image we have, right? So let's add this. So you can see the background. There is a Power BI logo. Can you see it here? So I have added the image and background. Okay. So but here you will not see because you are applied only for this visual. Okay. You can see it, right? The background. So that is one option. We can add the image of in the background. Okay, page background. So normal, and if you want to fit, and if you want to make a full, then it will fit means it will show like this. Fit for the entire visual area. Okay, so that is the page background image. Okay, let's go to the page alignment. Page alignment means vertical or top. Okay, vertical alignment and middle element. See, for example, now you want to have a space on, you want to make this all the visuals in middle, so then you can see all are in middle. Okay, let's take in top, so it will go to the top. Okay, changes observe chestunara?
Yes sir.
Yeah. Okay, Gopi and Vikrant, you have joined, right? So Gopi and Vikrant, have you practiced yesterday, which we have discussed?
Yes sir, I have been following up. I have been going through what you are saying.
Yeah. Gopi, Meeru?
Yes sir, I'm cheyaledu. Koncham work unde mere peni.
Okay, cheyandi today also at least.
Okay sir.
Yeah. Okay, so now today we are discussing about the page properties. Okay, page alignment. So if you make in middle, so it will comes to the down, and if you make on top, it will go to the top. Okay, the visuals. Okay, and then page alignment and wallpaper. So if you want to add any wallpaper, so you can add the wallpaper. make an add image. So this it is showing in a background, okay, background of this image. Okay, this is not required, leave it. So filter pane and filter cards, whenever we have a filter pane, then we can see, for example, if I make a background, this is the filter pane, right? So if you make a different color, see, you can change the background color of filters. Okay, and then if you want to change the colors of filter, you can change it. For example, text size here it is 12, right? So if you make it 13, so you can see here it is showing a title is the filter, right? Title of these filters are filters, right? So you can change the title also. Okay, and then header text size. This is the header, this is the header, this is one header, and this is one header, and this is one header. So you can change that also. And then font family, it is CUI. So if you want to change, you can change it. Okay, and the border, if you want to add the border, you can see it is already added. So if you unselect this, the border will go. See here you can see, here you can observe here. So for example, if I unselect it, see, okay, that is the border. And then checkbox color is applied color is this one. Where is checkbox? Okay, checkbox and apply color. Let's take another one. This maybe this color, checkbox color. I'm not sure. Input box color. Input box color means this one. This is the input box color. Okay. And then so this is the filter page, and then filter cards. Okay, cards means this might be the cards. Available, applied, border. Okay, these are not required actually, the filter panes and all, because these are the default colors. In any report you can see the white background will be white. Okay, background will be white, and by default color only you can use it. Okay, so you don't need to change anything. So just keep it as it is, because white background will be the good. Okay? The different colors we should not use actually. So if you go any report which somebody is created, it will be white background only. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so change this into the white color. Okay, so this is looks good, right? This is looks clear, right? So that is the reason, keep that on only. Okay, so that is the properties, that is the page properties. Okay, these are the page properties. Okay, today, and another one is slicers. Okay, slicers are like same like a filters only. Okay, slicers are same like a filters only. I will tell you the description. So interview, what is the difference between slicers and filters? So definitely they will ask the question, what is the difference between slicers and filters? So you can tell that. So one second, let me show you the description. Yeah, so here, so okay, see, this is the difference. Slicers is displayed on a report canvas. See, for example, so filters అంటే ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తాయి మనకి అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్యాన్వాస్. సో ఈ ఏరియా అంతా మన క్యాన్వాస్ అంటాం, చెప్పాను కదా. సో దిస్ ఏరియా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, లెట్ మీ ఓపెన్ ది రిపోర్ట్. దిస్ ఏరియా we call it as a canvas. Okay, report canvas. Okay, but this is the report area, filter area. Okay, this is the visualization area. Okay, this is the visualization area, this is the fields area. Okay, whatever we have seen here, this is the report canvas. Okay, report canvas. So slicers will be available on report canvas. Okay, slicers will be available on report canvas. Filters will be on filter pane. Okay, that is the difference. That is the one difference. For example, see, slicers is displayed on report canvas, while filters are hidden into their own filter section. Okay, so slicers are easy to access and apply. See, for example, నేను స్లైసర్ యాడ్ చేశాను అనుకోండి, స్లైసర్ ఈజీగా నేను చూపిస్తా హౌ టు యాడ్ ద స్లైసర్. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను స్లైసర్ ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేశాను అంటే యూజర్ కి ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఒక స్లైసర్ ఉంది, స్లైసర్ తో ఏమేమి సెలెక్షన్ అప్లై చేశారు, ఓకే, ఏమేమి ఫిల్టర్స్ అప్లై చేశారు, ఏ ఫీల్డ్స్ ని ఫిల్టర్ చేశారు అని మనకి ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోతుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, అదే ఫిల్టర్ ఏరియా అనుకోండి, యూ నీడ్ టు గో డౌన్ హియర్ ఫర్ సేమ్ లైక్ దిస్. You need to go here. Okay, you need to check for which area. I mean, in page level they have applied, or report level they have applied, or visual level they have applied the filter. Okay, you need to check. You need to go to the each area, and you need to check that. But whenever you add a slicer, you can directly see in a report canvas. Okay, you can directly see in a report canvas. See, this is the difference. So slicer is displayed on a report canvas, while filters are hidden into their own filter pane, you can say. Okay,
recording in progress.
Whole filter pane in this whole filter pane or filter section. So slicers are easy to access and apply. Okay, let me take this information. Okay, so that is the one difference. Okay, that is the one difference. Second one is, since slicers on report canvas, user can easily tell if data is user can easily tell or easily can see. Okay, easily see if data is filtered for particular value or not. To see if filter is applied or not. Okay, let me see. To see if filter is applied or not, users have to click on filter pane first. See, so that's what I said before, right? So if we have a slicer, okay, I'll just explain the description, then after that I will show you in a system. Okay, since slicers on report canvas, user can easily see whether the data is filtered for particular value or not. Okay, so because it is already on the report canvas. Same way, like to see if filter is applied or not, user have to click on filters pane first. So this is the another difference. Okay, again, slicers are perfect for touch screens, as you can see, as you can resize them, while filter selections are hard to in touch screens. Okay, this you can ignore it, we don't go for that point. Okay, another one is, okay, slicers are better when number of values are limited, as having large number of values impact performance and make harder to select value. Despite having such option in some slices, filters are better in large numbers. See, for example, if you have a less number of values, okay, for example, country, okay, in country we have only 10 countries. Okay, 10 countries. In this case, slicers are the best option. So it will be good to see the slicers. Okay, use the slicers. For example, if you have a large number of values in the filter or country, then go for the filters. Filters are better for large number of values, as it has more advanced selection options. See, slicers lo manaki advanced option. I'll show you the difference between slicers and filters so in the system, so that you'll understand. Okay, Filters have more advanced options like top, max, between, less, okay, greater than, etc. Some slicers have these options, but they are limited to compared to filters. Okay, limited to compared to filters. For example, in filter we have a, like yesterday, while we are discussing about the filters, right, we have advanced filtering options like contains, does not contain, equal to, is not, is contain, is black, is not empty. So these are options we have seen, right? So these options we will have in a filter, but we will not have in a slicer. So that is one disadvantage in slicer. Okay, number of, see, use slicers if below statements are true. Okay, below statements are true. Okay, one is number of visuals in number of values in column are limited. So then you can use slicer. Column is used to very frequently to filter or compare the data. Okay, or compare the data, then use it. For example, very frequently. For example, every day you want to use that value. You want to use that column. Then you can use the slicer. For example, then we have a country. Okay, we have a company code. You want to filter every day. Then in this case, then you can use the slicer. Okay, user need to know by glance for what scenario data is filtered. Okay, user need to know for glance what scenario data is filtered. For example, based on the filter which we have made in the slicer, so user, once he open the report, by seeing this data, he know the data, he know the what filter we have made. In this case, we can use slicer. Okay, report or dashboard is consumed more in a touch screen or mobile BA. Okay, so that means in mobile view, then they can use a slicer. Okay, then another one is use filter if below statements are true. Okay, if below statements are true. First one is number of visuals in column are much larger. Okay, number of columns means that means like data. If we have a number of columns are more compared to the slicer, then you can use the filter. Okay, number of values in a column. So in one column, if you have a more data, more values, in one column, if you have a more values, then you can use filter. Okay, again, column is used unfrequently. So unfrequently to filter data, and it is okay for user to spend time with extra clicks. Okay, I'll show you. Once I will show you, then you will understand. Okay, it is more consumption by using laptops and desktops. Okay, by using laptops and desktops. So when you have more consumption using laptops and desktop, then you can go for the filter. Okay, let's go on to the system and then I can show you. Okay, for example, here we have, for example, let's take the date. Okay, let's take the date. It contains huge data, right? It contains the large number of data. Let's say you use the week. Okay, if you go to the basic filtering, okay, we have only 7, right? So remove here this one also and add date. See, if you go here, see there are so many dates, right? There are so many dates. In this case, what you can do, you can use the filter only. But slicer అనేది ఎక్కడ యాడ్ చేస్తామంటే, okay, slicer, where you need to go to the to apply the slicer. So you need to go to the one second, there is a slicer. Sorry, in view only you can see sync slicer. Okay, sync slicer. I want to see the slicer, sync slicer. Where is the slicer, man? Home. I just need to update this latest version, so that is the reason I cannot able to see. Let me open another report. It should be in modeling only. View. I'm just opening the actual report, which we I have used in the company. So see, this is the slicer. Okay, this is the slicer where we can see. I'm not able to see this slicer. Okay, let's search in Google. It's strange actually. Where can we see? Yeah, so that was the only option. But how we can select that? In the same column, sync slicer pen, select the overview, distinct monthly in the visual. Okay, let's start. Take this. View and sync slicer. Okay, this one we have. But how we can add this? Okay, that we need to check. Okay, adds. Okay, let's add country. No, nothing is okay. Yeah, sorry. Shit. We have a visual called slicer. Shit, yeah, I totally forgot this. See, for example, if you go to the visual pane, okay, if you go to the visual pane, so you can see that. Okay, select an empty place and add this. Okay, this is the slicer. Okay, this is the slicer. So I'll just make this. This is the slicer. Okay, this is the slicer. Okay, see where you need to go. So you just need to go. You need not to go anywhere. So you just need to go to the visual pane. Okay, visual pane, visual pane, visual pane, and then there is a visual called slicer. Okay, there is a visual called slicer. So now what I will do, I will add this country in the selection pane. See, in the slicer pane. Can you see it here? So can you see it here? So can you see it? Let me make a little small this one. Okay. See now. This is the slicer. This is the slicer. I have added the country. Okay. I have added the country, and you can see countries here. Okay. You can see countries here. So what I have said in the description. So if you have a less number of data in the column is the country, right? In the country column, if you have a less number of the data, then you can use the slicer. So whenever, see, for example, I will close this report and I will apply some of the selection here. Okay, I'll apply the Canada. Okay, I'll apply the Canada here, and let's add this country here. Okay, this is the Canada. So because I have added the Canada here, right? There are no filter selection. Okay. See, now I have added the Canada as a slicer selection. Okay, I will close this. And I will open once again. See, whenever user open the report, by default he can see this is the slicer. I mean, this is the selection they have selected. అదే మనం ఫిల్టర్ పెయిన్ లోకి వెళ్తే ఫిల్టర్ పెయిన్ లో అదే సెలెక్షన్ పెడితే యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో డౌన్. ఓకే, యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో డౌన్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు సెలెక్ట్ ఓకే వాట్ ఫిల్టర్ వీ హ్యావ్ సెలెక్టెడ్, రైట్? అర్థమవుతుందా? క్లియరా? స్లైసర్ కి ఫిల్టర్ కి ఏంటంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ whenever user open the report, he can directly see okay what are the filters we have made, okay what are the selection, what are the data we have restricted in the report, okay, in the report. But if you make a filter on filter pane, you need to go down. Okay, you need to come here and you need to select. For example, here only we have less number of fields. Let's say if you have a 15 or 16 columns, okay, you just need to drill down, right? You just need to drill down and you just need to slice down. You need to scroll down and you need to check it, right? But that is the flexibility we have in a slicer. Directly you can see it. Okay, Canada we have applied. Okay, for example, if I applied France, okay, France directly you can see okay they have applied the France data. They have restricted the France data. So that means that is the flexibility. That's what I said in the report, like in the description. Okay, slicer is displayed on the report. Slicer is displayed on report canvas. Okay, this is the report canvas. Okay, so while filters are hidden into their own filter pane or section, so slicer are easier to access and apply. Okay, filters అనేది మనకి ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తాయి. సో ఓకే, ఫిల్టర్స్ అనేవి ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తాయి కాబట్టి it will time taking and it will be time taking, right? So that is the reason. So slicers are easy to access. Okay, slicers are on report canvas. Users can, so since slicers are report canvas, user can easily tell or see whether the data is filtered for particular value or not. Okay, so it is on report canvas. So we can say like France is whether for this slicer filter is applied or not. Let's say I will add one more slicer here. Okay? I will add one more slicer. And then so you can copy this visual, or sorry, you can copy this slicer and you can paste it. Okay, so I just make a copy paste and you can change here in another column. Okay, with another column. So I'll add the product here. See, I can see the product here. Okay, see, for example, if I add Canada, okay, then you can see all this because I have added this only for this one. Okay, not for this one. Okay, I make a filter on only for this slicer, not for this slicer. Okay, let's add country only, and then we can try whether it is applying for this. Yeah, see, it is applying for both. Okay, see, for example, France. Okay, it is showing the France only. Okay, and let's say if I select this and add okay, add product. Okay, add product. So remove this, then you can see the so it is applying for this one also. According to the France country, whatever the products we have, we can see all. But in our report, we have all the data. For each country. We have all the data in the sense Amarilla, Katrina, Montana is having all the countries information. I mean, in one country, say for example in Canada also we have all this product information. In France also we have all the product information. That is why it is not filtering out, because in France also we have all the data. In Germany also we have the same data. In Canada also we have the same product information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These all 6 products we have for each country. So that is the reason it is not changing. But so you understand, right? For example, if I make it Canada, directly you can see, and it is displaying, it is filtering based on the slicer. Okay, based on the slicer. Okay. So slicers are better when number of values are limited. Number of values, see, we have only 6 data, right? 6 values here. So you can see we have only, for example, if I select here, so you can see only we have a 6 values, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here also, if you have, so what they are saying is, right, whenever you have a limited data, okay, limited data, you can go for slicers. Okay, you can go for slicer. Let's say if you have a huge number of data, so better you go for a filters. Okay, you go for a filters. That is the option. See, in filters, see, you cannot see in slicer, you cannot see the min and max and all the options, you cannot see it. Okay, you have only list, drop down. Okay, list and drop down. What is meant by list and drop down? So now it is a list, and if you make a drop down, so you can see drop down here. Okay, so it will be easy for you, but you do not have that option. Like for example, here, see, you have in the filters, you have a advanced filtering option. Contains, does not contain, is not blank, does not start with. These are all options you cannot see in a slicer. Okay, you cannot see in a slicer. So that is the reason they are saying that whenever you have a limited number of data, you can go for a slicer. Whenever you have a large number of data, you can go for filters, because you can search it, right? You can search it. For example, contain. So contain, if you have hundreds of data, then you can search it and you can apply the filter, and then the data will be filtered. So that flexibility we didn't have. That is the reason if you have a less number of data, you can go to the filters. Okay, and if you have a large number of data, you can go for a filters, and if you have a less number of data, you can go for slicers. Okay, so that's what they said. Filters have advanced options like top, max, between, less than, greater than. All these options we have in filters. Some slicers have these options, but they are limited. Okay, they are limited. Okay, we do not have that flexibility. Okay, so use case, when you can go. Okay, use case, this is the use case when you can go for a slicer. If number of visuals are in columns are limited, you can go for visual. As I said, column is used very frequently. For example, this country column you are using very frequently to make a filter, then you can go for a slicer. So if you are using very less time, then you can use, you don't need to use this country column in a slicer. Okay, so same like in product. So if you are using very frequently this product information to filter the data, then you can use a slicer. What I mean to say frequently means, for example, this product, every day once I open the report. Okay, today I'll open, so I mean in 1 hour back I open this cat data, and again I want to see the data for Monterona, I want to see the data for Paseo. So something like that. If you want to open very frequently, if you want to use this product information very frequently, then you can go with a slicer. Okay, so now I have selected this VTT and I want to remove this, I want to clear this selection. What you can do, there is an option called clear selection. So then it will apply for all. So drop down and list. Okay, now it is in a list. Okay, all the list we have, and if you want to make a drop down, you can use the drop down. Okay, see, now we have a drop down. So select this one. So multi-select also you can see, and I'll go to the properties and I can show you. Okay, if you press control, okay, and then you can see you can select all it. Okay, but there are some options I will show you. But you understand, right? What is meant by filter, and I mean what is the difference between filters and slicer? If you are not understanding, please let me know. Other guys, Vikrant, Gopi, and Pawan. అర్థమైందా?
Rajesh, 1 second.
Yeah.
Slices మనము what scenario లో యూజ్ చేస్తాం, లైక్ ఇన్ కమింగ్ టు ఎక్సెల్ ఎండ్ రిపోర్ట్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తాం కదా. సో ఇక్కడ స్టార్టింగ్ రిపోర్ట్ లోనే యూజ్ చేస్తామా ఆర్ ఎండ్ రిపోర్ట్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తామా?
ఎండ్ రిపోర్ట్ అంటే అర్థం కదా.
See, once the filtrations అన్ని అయిపోయిన తర్వాత బిఫోర్ వి
publish to the Power BI service.
ఆ టైంలో కస్టమర్స్ కి యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీగా ఉండేటప్పుడు స్లైసర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తామా, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ వెన్ వీఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ రిపోర్ట్ ఆర్ కన్వీనియన్స్ మనం యూజ్ చేస్తామా?
యాక్చువల్గా మనం ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ ఇస్తాం యూజర్ కి. లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ as I said, like if we have a limited data, for example company అంటే for example let's say a small company, okay, they have their companies in only 10 companies, okay, 10 countries, okay. In this case, so we can give the slicer to the user instead of going to the filter pane. We can give that flexibility to the user, and we can add the slicer country slicer here, and we can give this slicer to them so that he can directly see it. So it is a flexibility, right? So user don't need to go here. Don't need to go here, and you need to search whether which filter we have made it. Okay, which filter we have made it. So he can directly see it. For example, if I make a filter on France, okay, Germany. See, Germany, it is filtered already. So by seeing this only, whenever he open the report, by seeing this, okay, he has made filter of Germany for this country. So directly he can come to know, right? Okay, the Germany filter చేశారు, it is only for Germany data, it is not contain any other data. అలా చెప్తున్నాను అనమాట. So if we have a less number of data, and then we can give that flexibility to the user in the particular column. So for the which columns we can use very frequently for the slicers, okay, there is a column called plant, okay. Plant అనే దానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాము, కంపెనీ కోడ్ అనే దానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాము, అండ్ దెన్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఏ ఇయర్స్, ఓకే, ఇయర్ అనే దానికి యూజ్ చేస్తాం. అండ్ దెన్ these are the frequent these are the columns we use in the slicers, okay. We use in the slicers because they will have a less number of data. For example, if you take a year, then they will have not more than 10 years or 15 years or 15 years. So they will they can easy to use, right? Let's say if we have a customer information, in customer information we will have so much data, right? In customer information we will have so much data. In this case, don't use the slicer. So while creating the report only, based on the data in the column, we can use the slicers, okay. We can use the slicers, okay. అర్థమైందా?
Okay.
Still if you are not clear, just let me know. I can explain you in the different scenario.
సో అంటే ఇప్పుడు స్లైసెస్ అనేవి వన్స్ ఇఫ్ వి ఇంజెక్ట్ ఇన్ క్యాన్వాస్ డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈ డేటా మొత్తాన్ని ఇంటెక్ట్ చేసేస్తుంది కదా. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డేటా వి హావ్ ఇన్ క్యాన్వాస్ షీట్, కంప్లీట్ డేటా ఇంటెక్ట్ చేసేస్తుంది కదా. వితౌట్ వి డోంట్ నీడ్ టు ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ ఎవ్రీ visual that we
visual no yes, so it will apply for entire page level, entire page this page. So in this visual also it will affect. So it is showing in a country, so here we do not have a country, right? Let me add the country here so that you will understand. For example, here country, see it is showing the country. It is same like a page level, okay. Page level ante kada మనం ఒక page level యాడ్ చేస్తే, ఇక్కడ page level యాడ్ చేస్తే it will affect for entire page, right? Entire for all the visuals. Same way slicer also, but what is the difference? నువ్వు ఫిల్టర్ లో పెడితే నువ్వు ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళి వెతుక్కోవాలి, ఓకే, దేనికి ఫిల్టర్ చేశాడు అని. అదే స్లైసర్ లో పెడితే డైరెక్ట్లీ మనకి దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ స్లైసర్ అండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ స్లైసర్ అండ్ ఐ మేడ్ ఎ ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ జర్మనీ. So directly you can see it, right? You don't need to go and find out, okay, what filter we have made it. That's what I have written here, okay. Slicers and report canvas, and their users can easily, okay, user can easily see whether the data is filtered for particular value or not, whether we can apply for a particular value or not. That is difference anamata, okay.
So we can take n number of slicers in a single
yes you can, but
intersection of each slicer.
Yes, but it should be a limited number of data in that column, okay. We have a in country limited number of data, and here we have a limited number of data, okay. Let's say if I go here and if I see in physical quarter, see I have a limited number of data, okay. Let me close this. See, I have a limited number of data, so that's it. So quarters means we'll have a yearly 4 quarters, right? So you can see here also. So you can directly select. You can select, for example, now I will select I'll go to the first page. then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so now here we have, so okay, so the buttons also we can create. Okay, by using buttons also we can create. For example, if I click on monthly, so this we call it as a bookmarks. I will tell you later. Okay, so now it will show the data by using buttons. So this is not a slicer concept. Okay, let's go to the another one. Yes, here. For example, if I select 2021, so here it is showing 2020, right? Okay, here it is showing 2020, right? 2020. Now let's add 2021. Okay, 2021. So it will filter for entire visual. Okay, all the visuals. Okay, see the values also changing here. These are the cards with these are the KPIs we can say. Okay, these are the KPIs we can say. KPIs also changing according to the slicer, because that means it will apply for entire report, whatever the visuals we have. So this is the KPI visual. Okay, this is the card visual. See, this is the card visual, right? So this is also we call it as a visuals. Okay, card visual. So it is also changing. See, everything you can say you can change by using this slicer. So that is the use of slicer. Okay, that is the use of slicer. So, and then what I have said, so number of visuals. Okay, filters have more advanced options, as I said. So number of visuals in the column limited, that is the prerequisites. Column is very frequently. So for example, this fiscal quarter, for example, in this report, the fiscal quarter, the cal quarter, if you are using very frequently, then yeah, of course, cal quarter will use very frequently, because user want to see, for example, okay, what was the data we have, what was the booking amount we have, and calendar quarter 4 and 2020. And again, if you want to see comparison between 2021, okay, what he can see, okay, 2021, this was the data for the quarter 3, and 2020 for quarter 3, this was the data. Something like that, he can compare the data very frequently, right? If you want to see the data and you want to compare the data very frequently, then he can use the slicer. Okay. So user need to know the glance by scenario what data is filtered. Okay, what data is filtered by using, see here. Okay, we have a filter 2020 quarter 3. So this whole data, okay, this whole data is filtered by quarter 3 2020. Okay, by seeing this only he can come to know. Okay, that is the advantage we have. Okay, report dashboard is okay, that is not required. So use filter if below statement is true. Number of values in columns are much larger. Okay, much larger means, for example, let's take any one of that. Remove this. Okay, let's take any another data. Let's add this. See, can you see it here? Country, billing country. You have so much of data. See, so much of data you have. So in this case, you need to use the filter only. If I add billing country slicer here, okay, if I add billing country slicer here, it will be very large. Okay, let me add this slicer. So let me add the slicer here, and let's add the billing country. Okay, let's try for the billing country. Okay, billing country, add this here. See, you have to drill down like this. So it will be clumsy, right? So anyway, because the font size you cannot make big, because it will impact the another visuals. Okay, it will impact the another visuals. So it will be limited font size. So that is the reason. If you have a less number of data, for example, here, if you have only 10 or 15 companies, then it will be easy, right? Then it will be easy. So then it will be easy. Okay, you can directly up to here, you can directly select it. But you need to drill down, and you need to scroll down, and you need to go and select it. That is not a good way, right? In this case, you can use the filter instead of slicer. Okay, but fiscal quarter, so we have only less number of data. That's it. Okay, so fiscal quarter, if you have very less data, then you can use that. Okay, that is the advantage. Okay, then so here in the slicer, so as I said, there are some flexibilities. Okay, there are some flexibilities. Some slicers have these options, but they are limited. For example, here I cannot able to see the search option, right? I cannot able to see the search option. So you can make that search option here. Can you see it here? Here, select this, and then whenever you drill down it, then you can see the search option. Earlier it was not there, right? కనపడుతుందా మీకు స్క్రీన్?
Yes sir.
See, earlier it was not there, this search option. Now it is there. For example, if you unselect this search option, unselect it, now it will, search option will go. Can you able to see the search option?
Yes sir.
No, now. Can you able to see that? Sorry?
No, you can't see it, sir.
Yeah. So if you want to enable the search option, you just need to go to the three dots here, Eclipse, okay, and then click on search option. And when you go to the selection, slicer pen, now you can search it. For example, 2021. Okay, all it will come. Okay, based on that, the data will be displayed. So this is the functionality we have, but only very limited functionality, right? So do not have much functionalities. For example, if I go, okay, let's go to our report. Okay, so search option, what I am saying is, like, go here and select the search option, then you can see the search option. Okay, and for this one also we have a properties. Go here and slicer properties also we have. Okay, until now, so up to now, clear, right? How we can use the slicers and difference between slicer and filter. Clear, right? Gopi, Vikrant, Pawan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we'll go to the properties. Okay, we'll go to the properties, slicer properties. So what are the properties we have? So if you want to make only available for single select, okay, user do not select multi select. Okay, user should not go to the multi select. What you can do, you can select only single select, and then he can see. Okay, so control but conte. So if I go here, see, only single select it is going. Single select it is going. That means you cannot select the multi companies. Okay, you cannot select the multi companies. Okay, so that is the single select. For example, okay, I want to user flexibility only single select, and you cannot accept that. So what you can say, so you can click on here, and then you can select now multi select. So now it is Canada, and select this. Okay, so for this one we have select, right? So sorry. So now user can select multi select options. See, control, select the control, and then you can see multi selection option. So remove here, remove the selection, and then select multi select. So see, here it is clearly they are saying multi select with control. Okay, control press cheste you can select the multi values. Okay, multi values. See, you can see it, right? So here clearly they are saying multi select with control option. Okay, that is the multi select with option. Okay, select all option. See, now here we have select. So there is no select all option, right? So can you able to see any select all option? So you need to select the control. You need to press the control, and you need to select one by one. So that is a time taking process. Instead of that, you want to select all the product information, all the products in the slicer. What you can do, so remove here first, and then click on this one, enable this one, then you can see the option called select all. Can you see this select all option now? So earlier it was not there. Unselect it. Okay, and go here. Can you see that select all option? No, right? Are you able to see now? You are not able to see that, right? So whenever you are enable the select all option, you can see it now, and at one go you can select all. See, at one go you can select all. See, unselect, select, unselect, select. That is the option we have in the selection control. Let's go to the another one, slicer header. Okay, slicer header in the product అనేది slicer header. ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ హెడర్ ని మనము చేంజ్ చేయాలి. ప్రాపర్టీస్, ఇట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ అగైన్ ప్రాపర్టీస్. I want to change the product color. See, it is earlier it was a black, now I make into the different color. See, can you see the change and make it into different color? So that is the slicer header. Header and this is the header, country is the header, product is the header. In another report, fiscal quarter is the header, right? So that is the header. So you can increase the size and background, everything you can do that. Okay, change into the different font family. Okay, different font family, make it CGI. Okay, make it CGI. So CGI is the default color we can use. And then items ante em cheppandi, items ante values, these are the items. Okay, these are the items, Amarilla, Katrina, and here these are the Canada, France, Germany, these are the items. Okay, if you want to change, okay, if you want to change the colors. Okay, change the colors. Okay, for example, use the different color. Okay, see, can you see it here? So it is changing the item color. Okay, so if you want to change it, you need to come this slicer and you need to change it. Okay, so but we are talking about only for this country slicer and it is changing. Okay, so font size, you can increase the font size. Can you see it here? So font size, it will be so much visibility. Okay, and then you can make a slicer title also. Okay, slicer title, enable this, but most of the time we don't require, because by seeing this header only you can come to know, right? By seeing this header only you can come to know, okay, this is the country. Okay, this is the country, so you don't need to worry about that. And then background color. Okay, you want to change the background color of this slicer, you can change it. Okay, remove this and add this, like this. Okay, and like this. See, now you add background color of this one and you are not able to see this drop down and all, right? So, and that is the reason what you can do, you need to change the font color. Okay, you need to change the font color, font family. Here, change the font color into the black so that you can see this black. Okay, so these are the options we have in slicer. Okay, how these are all affecting. So shadow, border in the same way, like same way which we have for the visuals. Okay, so that this is all about slicers and difference between slicers and filters. Okay, sync slicer అనేది ఇంకో ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉంది. Okay, sync slicer అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉంది, that we can discuss tomorrow. That is also important. So simple way, but briefly I can tell you. For example, if I copy this one, if I copy this and if I want to use this country in all the pages, what you can do, you can directly copy this slicer. Okay, no need to go here again. Okay, no need to go here and again select this and again go to the country, add here. So like this, you don't need to do the rework. So in this case, what you can do, you can copy this slicer. Okay, you can copy this slicer and then go to the second page, just simply paste it. Okay, just go to the third page, copy this. Yeah, so this pop-up, so it is most important. For example, what you have done, you have copied this, you have copied that slicer from first page to the second page, and when you are trying to paste it, so one or more copied visuals can stay in sync with the visual it was copied from. You want to keep them synced. See, sync and don't sync ante endante, నువ్వు సింక్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే, నువ్వు ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ లో కంట్రీ, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ జర్మనీ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే అదే డేటా ఇక్కడ ఫిల్టర్ అవుతుంది, అదే డేటా ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది జర్మనీ అని. సో దట్ ఈస్ మీన్ సింక్ నాన్ సింక్ తెలుసు కదా. సో సింక్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ లో నువ్వు జర్మనీ అని సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తే అదే డేటా ఇక్కడ కూడా ఫిల్టర్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట ఈ విజువల్ లో. ఓకే, లెట్ మీ సింక్ ఇట్ అండ్ దెన్ ఐ విల్ షో యూ. Okay, for example, now I will go here, I'll select the Germany. Okay, I'll select the Germany. So it is filtered by Germany, right? So what it will happen in the second page, it will filter the Germany here also. Let me see, can you see it here? Did I filter here in the second page? Just observe the first in the bottoms. Okay, bottom page 1, page 2. So now I will change this to France. Okay, See, I'm in first page now. Okay, I'm in first page now. Just observe it. Okay, I'm in first page now. I'm selecting France here. Now I'm going to the second page. I'm going to the second page. Can you see it here? It is France. Automatically, it is syncing with the first page. It is syncing with the first page because what we told to the system is make it's okay sync with the slicer. Okay, whatever I have copied from first page to the second page, the slicer, whatever I made a selection, whatever I made a filter on that particular slicer, it should applicable for the second page also. The same way, if I make copy here, okay, if I make copy here, let me remove here. Okay, here also you can go or you can see it. Okay, I'll copy here and I'll go to the third page now. Okay, I'll go to the third page and I'll copy, I'll paste it. Okay, you want to sync it, and then remove here, and then go to the page here. Now I'll make another one, Canada. Okay, Canada, I'll make it. I'll select the Canada. Now what will happen? Can anybody tell?
If you are applicable for the second page and third page also, sir.
Exactly. So Canada, can you see data? And see the data is also will be filtered. For example, here country is not there. Let me add the country. Okay, let me add the country. Can you see it here? This is only Canada information. Okay, even if it drill down also, this is only Canada information. This is only Canada information. Can you see it here? Let me add only the table so that it will be easy for you. See, can you see it here? See, this is the Canada information only. See, and if you go to the third page, this is the Canada information only. Okay, let me add the country here. Let me add the country here. See, this is the Canada information, and here also, if I add country, then you can see Canada country only. అర్థమైందా? దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ సింక్ అండ్ డోంట్ సింక్. డోంట్ సింక్ అంటే ఏంటంటే నేనేం చెప్తా, ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను ఇది కాపీ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, కాపీ చేసి ఫోర్త్ పేజ్ లో పేస్ట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, ఫోర్త్ పేజ్ లో పేస్ట్ చేస్తాను. ఇది రిమూవ్ చేసి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ విల్ రిమూవ్ దిస్. ఐ విల్ గివ్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అగైన్. పేస్ట్, copy this and put into the second another page. See, if I make do not sync అంటే నువ్వు ఏదైతే సెలెక్ట్ చేసినావో ఈ పేజ్ కి మాత్రమే అప్లై అవుతుంది. అనదర్ పేజెస్ విల్ నాట్ అప్లై. సో ఐ విల్ మేక్ ఏ డు నాట్ సింక్ నౌ. ఓకే, అండ్ ఐ విల్ రిమూవ్ నౌ. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ యాడ్ సమ్ విజువల్స్ హియర్. ఓకే, so select this product. Okay, product, and then sales price, and then add the country. Okay, now we have all the data, right? Now we have all the data. What I will do, I'll make a filter only for United States of America. So what it will show? It will show United States of America. So will it applicable for all other 3 pages? Sorry?
Apply was ఇందాక మనం డోంట్ సింక్ అని ఇచ్చాం కదా.
Exactly. See, can you see it? Now you can see all the data here because it is we have a filter for only Canada in this visual. Okay, in this visual, and here we made a Canada here, and we made a Canada here. So if I remove here, and then if I select this France, if I come here, see, you can see because for these 3 visuals only, these three pages only, we make a sync. But the 4th visual, we do not make a sync, right?
Yes.
And if you want to change it, that sync property, what you need to do? You need to go to the view and then click on sync slicer, and then select this. Okay, select this. If you want to sync, you can sync it. If you want to unsync it, you can unsync it. See here. So remove this. Okay, remove this. This is the eye icon, means visibility. For example, if I go here and if I change it here, okay, France, select the Canada. Sorry, let's take the Mexico here. And then if you go to third page, so it is not changing. Okay, because what we have done, we have unsync it, right? So go to the view and go to the sync slicer, and then select the slicer, and click on sync slicer. So we have unselected. See, this is the synchronize option, right? So we have unselected. Okay, we have unselected, and that is the reason it is not syncing with the each other. Okay, here if I select here, and then see there is no syncing. And if I select the another one called Germany, okay, if I go to second page, are you able to see the Germany? No, right? Because we have unsynced with the slicer. Arthamainda?
Yeah.
Arthamainda, all of you?
Rajesh.
So that is the sync and don't sync. ఖచ్చితంగా అడుగుతారు ఇంటర్వ్యూలో. So let's say I have a scenario. So I have a country slicer, and then the same country slicer I paste it into the second page, and I do not want to I want to make a same selection which I have made in the first page. Okay, and the same selection, for example, in the country I have selected, example I'm saying, in the page 1 I have selected, I have filtered the Mexico data. The same data I want to filter in a second page also. In this case, what you will do, you can tell them that you can by using sync slicer option, we can achieve this. So whatever the selection you have made in the first page, the same selection will be available, same selection of data will be available in second page. So if you don't want to make that, the same selection should be applied in the second page, you just need to unsync the slicer, so that it will not applicable for the second page. Sync, don't sync, that's it. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, so just practice it and use these options, then you will understand very clearly. So now you have somewhat idea, but whenever you are practicing, then it will be more clear. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow we will discuss with the other topic. Okay.
Yeah.